really need to have the initiative mindset to not to bounce back on those rejections. Minor rejections, if you add it up, it's a whole big rejection already. So
Yes, yes.
So with this, why don't we do this? Can you make a short introduction to your work experience? So basically, who is Kenneth in this industry?
so I started working actually not in the BPO industry or not technically in the online industry. I really started working physical. I started in logistics, so I was a like a trucker slash supervisor for a trucking company in Unilever. So that's way back 2012. Things happen, a lot of things change, and that was way in that was still I was still in Luzon, so that's in Pasay. So right now I'm in my home city, Davao. I um I headed back here 2016, and then I started looking for jobs with the industry. I originated, but it's like too far from my house, and I'm too lazy about that to go about it. So I ventured on a new industry, and it's really a new thing for me. Not really into the corporate kind of thing for BPO industry, not with the technical side. So I really started really fresh from scratch. So I started taking calls, doing telecommunication accounts. So it really started from zero, and then build up my network, build up my skills. So I ventured on different accounts from 2016 up until this time. So I just started freelancing 2 years ago, or yeah, it's actually during after COVID, after the lockdown period. That's when work from home jobs really boomed out here. I started doing task based accounts, and then moving on to much more on a freelancing. I still like being as a customer service representative for most of those brands, and then I mostly do as well. Or to make it short, my niche is something like on the customer service side, on the technical support side, and on the logistics part. I mostly dwell on the logistics part. So roughly, yeah, that's it. I do have a lot of brands that I wanted to tell, but I don't want to overwhelm.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's basically a brief introduction for me.
So with this, what do you think are the key skills basically? Like there are a lot of different roles to unpack here, but if there's one thing that will really define you as Kenneth in this industry, what are those key skills, or let's just say the specialization that you are proud of?
Yeah, I would highly say I would really bank on my logistics skills, since that's really where I started, and also my customer service skills in terms for dealing face to face customers, um really having those customer relation, because I mostly handle escalations for most of my brands during those past years. So it's really hard for talking to customers for their problems, not just level one concerns, but level two, level three, in some point, depending on how I'm really skilled on the brand. So right now, um I would highly tell that the key skills that um needs to be involved in this industry, not just freelancing, but in this industry right now, for you to have like to expand your network in a in an online community, is really you need to You need to have people skills, and then you need to know your first and most, you need to know what you're good at. So you need to at least know your niche in the industry. Maybe if it's graphic design, customer service, accounting, bookkeeping, you need to know that kind of niche that you need to be an expert on that kind of field. Even one or two would be good enough. And especially those basic ones. Inbox management, account management, what else? At least social media skills, especially those type of skills as well. At least for you to not be for you to be ahead on those brands, because an employer or a client would look at a virtual assistant or a freelancer if they would like post a one-stop shop for them. They don't need to look for other virtual assistants or virtual employees if you have those skills, at least the basic ones, because other than that you would be trained on an environment, on a on organization. So those expected skills that they need from you should also be trained. But the basic ones, it's like it's given that you need to know those ones.
So how have you started in your journey as being a virtual assistant? Like what were the steps that you have done in the first let's say in your first steps in this journey? Like were there courses that you have taken, or was all self-taught? Was it due to the training?
Yeah, actually, I would not call myself a virtual assistant, because
Mhm,
ever since I started freelancing, I did not got any clients or any employers or any point of contact to be managed by one as well. So I would actually call myself a virtual employee, because
mhm,
for most of my brands and most of my accounts, I'm really part of an employee on the organization. So not
mhm,
just an assistant to one head of the company. Because right now, if I would summarize a virtual assistant, you would be an assistant, a virtual assistant, a remote assistant by that specific CEO, vice president, to handle her or his task outside. So if it's inbox management, calendar management, so you would take all those things. Me, I'm technically an employee on that organization. So I'm part of the organizational chart. So if I'm level one support, so I'm with that. So most of my brands and accounts, I was really a virtual employee. I just don't have when I started freelancing, I just don't have that kind of contract, because I'm in the Philippines. So we I don't have the SSN, the documents to suffice an actual contract with the employee. So I'm like a contractor. So I started really, I really just used my experience as a call center representative in the BPO industry. So most of the skills that I got is coming from those accounts. So
mhm,
inbox management, a CRM, or what, it's like you're checking those um uh what, what you call this account status, so billing, those kind of things. There's a lot. So I really I really gained that during my 6 to 8 years from the BPO industry. And then what I just got from freelancing is like the attitude, and then the mindset to not be fixated on one niche, to be at least an expert of one to two, or one at least three niches in the industry. So if you know social media, if you know graphic design, and if you know marketing, if you combine it, you would be a good fit already as a virtual assistant, or some virtual employee, or just a freelancer providing services with those three niches that you have. So something like that in the middle.
So as we all know, like pandemic is hard, right? So how was it for you
Yes.
to find jobs during that time? Because as we all know, like a lot of people have shifted into online. So there's a lot of supply out there. And just little jobs are just emerging
Yes.
little by little. So how was it for you? Like what are the struggles or let's just say challenges that you have encountered during that season of finding a job?
During that time, we transitioned first to work from home setup on my company, but it's not really fit with the account. There are really accounts that you could not do work from home setups. It's just realized right now that those accounts can be transitioned to work from home, but not totally. It's like a hybrid setup. So there's a work from home, and then you still need to go to the office for special reasons. So at that time, it's really difficult for a company for an account, a brand to just transition to a full work from home. So there are misses, there are opportunities that we could not avoid, and then I end up having to resign on that brand. So I tried at that time. It's not yet saturated for work from home
Mhm,
employees, so it's still abundant during the lockdown period. It's 2020, so
mhm,
there's still a lot of jobs, but the problem there is the attitude. I would think the attitude for most of the workers, because it's not it's not for all. Working from home is not for all. The loneliness, the pressure, the anxiety of being alone, and then not not able to talk to someone, only your loved ones, but the the time zone are different. So you would work at night, and then you're just alone working at your office, or at your room, or even at your house. So that kind of sensation was like the triggering point for some workers. But on me, I don't have that kind of issues, because I'm a homebody. So
mhm,
during pandemic, it's like a blessing in disguise that I would work from home. I
mhm,
would just be at home. I don't need to go to the office. There's no office drama. So those kind of things really excited. Will really excite was really exciting for me. So it's not really a hard transition. I just need to look for those specific jobs that would highlight my skills. And
mhm,
then then I started looking for those jobs, and then luckily I got hired for those companies that promotes working from home, equipment and all was provided. And then yeah, I realized that it's really for me. Working remotely is really a good fit for me. So that's why I wanted to transition fully, not able to just be on an organization, but try to um have my own organization, something
mhm.
like that.
So with this, you have mentioned that you got hired with different companies, right? With especially with the remote setting. So
Yes.
from all of the applications that you have done, where do you recall any challenge or let's just say like for example, one of the top on my head is interview ghosting, wherein you would apply and you would not hear back from the recruiter if you got hired or not. So do you recall any experience about that?
Yes, every time. There's not. I would always say to my peers, there's not really an easy way in applying remote work.
Mhm,
Because they would just see on TikTok post, on Facebook Reels. It's really easy right now because of the abundance of work from home setups. But given the fact that it's all saturated right now, there's a lot of talented individuals trying to get one post. So there's a lot of demand, and then um the supply and demand is kind of imbalanced right now, and then the quality of those person applying is also decreasing because there's a lot of slots, or there's a lot of skills, but the quality itself is not there. So they just got certificates, but they don't really have the experience. So that's what I mean. Struggles are really given when I tried applying, when I started venturing out in a company and started wanted to do freelancing. I tend to apply daily, every other day, and then receiving rejections after a week for mostly 95%. Only 5% was the first chance, and those are just initial interviews, not not really final interviews. So it's really minimal, and then and it's not all full-time jobs. Those are just task-based jobs. So if you can just imagine, I would say I applied for 6 months and then submitted 300, 100 to 300 applications every day for 3 months straight. And then I just got interviewed for a couple of times, at least 20 times during those 3 months. So, and those 20 interviews um are not all good because I would not get the job. I would not get the task during on those 20 interviews. So luckily I just got three of them, and then those are not full-time jobs. So it's really hard for you to let just the employer know that you're fit for the job. And then the platform also, you need to find the right platform, the right community where you need to showcase your skills. Not all of the platforms are really working good right now, especially Upwork. I started looking for clients in Upwork. There's a lot of that's just the main platform that I would highly suggest. I would highly tell because that's the most given. And OLH, OLJ rather, online job PH. So there's a lot of posts there, and then even LinkedIn. So I have my LinkedIn. So there's really a lot of platforms that you can try, but so minimal opportunities to get hired, or even get the chance to be interviewed. So those are the things that I would say, um, having to venture in freelancing or just remote jobs, applying to remote jobs. Those are the struggles that I can say.
So, with this, you have mentioned that you have a lot of experiences in this industry with different niches and skills. So, for this year, or let's just say for the following years to come, what are the things that you're looking forward with your career?
I would say I would want to establish a a good working niche that's not really, that's not just gonna last for 6 months. That would really last long time. I'm still looking for a very stable community or a stable platform to really showcase my skills, my knowledge. Because I'm not just good in one skill. I'm at least good in a couple of skills. I just don't have that kind of network yet because I'm not really good into social media skills. I do have I that's one of my brands before, but I'm I'm that kind of person that I don't want to market my own on social media. It's a lot of like pressure to me because of the public comments, and then social media is kind of tricky right now. So I just really wanted to venture one community that would be specific to freelancing or to remote work, to virtual assistants, to virtual employees. And then just like a Discord channel wherein it's really specific to those skills that you wanted to share. So that's what I'm aiming for, and I wanted to also take a lot of skills if given a chance, take courses on those skills, not just I I'm not really picky as long as it's free and it's gonna be added to my CV, then I'm all good with that.
Mhm. Do you have any skill in mind that you would love to learn, like more in the future?
I really wanted to venture property management because
Mhm.
I kind of started checking on that industry, and it's not yet saturated. Um it's not really an in demand industry, but the the quality of work is there if you know like two or three things in property management. It would last long. So it's not that's what I'm pointing at. It's not like a 6 month skill. It's not, if you got a job there, it's not really just a project based job. It could be a long term
Mhm.
employment with the client itself, and it could be more. And I'm really looking forward to bringing property management like the industry here in the Philippines, because I think not all of the it's not really a hit right now. Real estate here in the Philippines is just pure broker to the landlord or broker to owner, and then the buyer. So it's just there. And property management is kind of complex and much more flexible than that. So that's what I'm aiming, because I have my logistic skills already, and that's one thing that I can boost. And it's not really a temporary skill. So if you have the right network, if you have the right timing, you would really have a long term job, goals in that industry. And there's money on logistics.
So, with this, as we come to an end, what's one thing that, what's one advice that you would like to give to your fellow, let's just say, fellow members in this community, like for those who are looking to find a job or to start a job in the freelancing world?
I would actually say, because this is also what I told to myself before, when I wanted to um, move out on the comfort zone of being just a level one employee, or just being tied up on the corporate world. Um, I really I really say to my friends and to myself at that time that you you already have the skill if you are working already on a 9 to 5 job, because technically right now all the skills that we are working as a virtual employees or virtual assistants already given to the 9 to 5 jobs that we are doing, especially on corporate jobs. So you have people skills, you already have the technical skills of using a computer, you have already the skills to be on time, time management, those account management, and the basic ones, the real basic ones. Maybe it's just something about yourself, the mindset of not giving up on rejections, because those are the most simplest hindrance that you can get in venturing out freelancing or just remote work, because not all of them uh, could bounce back when they got a rejection from their application. And then the skills to apply is really given right now. There's AI, there's a lot of tools that you can use. It's just the mindset that you need to apply every day, and you need to correct your mistakes on your cover letters, on your interviews, on your tell me about yourself interviews. those are the minor things that you need to correct and to improve yourself, because training wise, it's given by that organization. They just wanted someone to be committed, to be at least fast, to know the environment, the industry that they are applying to. They need to have the initiative to learn by themselves, because it's purely remote. You don't have that kind of peer to peer training. Unlike in the office, you have someone, you have a trainer that would really look on your outputs, really correct you. In this industry, it's only a screen that you can learn to. So we really need to have the initiative mindset to not um to bounce back on those rejections, to minor rejections. If you add it up, it's a whole big rejection already. So if you can move past on those things, I don't think that you need to be expert, really be good in English here. All of those things could be trained. All of those things could be mastered in a given time.